Rachel. It's been a minute since I've done a live here on Facebook. And I am super excited to have Miss Allie Kahler with me. Allie is a life coach, how do you say it, Allie? A mindfulness
Mindfulness life
life
coach
coach. I'm like, I think I got it right.
through
And
Somatic.
Allie, and a somatic life coach. So Allie is really special to me. And sometimes I share things on these lives that I don't even realize I'm going to share. They just kind of come out of me. But Allie and I have a mutual, Allie's good friend is my good friend. But I didn't know Allie. Allie was introduced to me by one of my closest, dearest friends, who I absolutely think the world of, who I love. And it's really such an honor to be able to guide someone who is a friend, like a really close friend who's also close with. It's just it's really special. It's really the first time I've had that opportunity. And so Allie holds a really big place in my heart. And I feel like Allie and I have a fair amount of similarities. We're both extremely inappropriate. Say the word fuck a lot, although I think I say it more than Allie does.
I don't
And I
fucking
just feel
know.
like we have a similar sense of humor. And I feel so fortunate that not only have I now met Allie through a screen for the last, year and a half, but I
Yeah.
got to meet her in person, which anyone who knows me, it's magical being with people in person. I mean, I'm grateful for Zoom. I'm grateful for technology and what it's allowed me to do with life and my business. But sorry, people, it will never replace person to person contact.
And you can
Thank
actually
God,
give a
right?
real hug, right?
God, right? A real, I know it's like, wait, um, but anyways, that's not why we're here today. I wanted to bring Allie on, because Ali has just been really such an example of what is possible. So I just wanted to share for a moment. When I met Ali, she was brand spanking new to the coaching industry, to the therapy world, to self development. She came from teaching. So I don't want to discard that, because teachers make really great coaches, because there is a part of coaching that I think sometimes does, there is a part of teaching that is involved in coaching, right? It is an element. It's not the main element, but there is a little bit of it that we infuse. And so I think having that natural ability to lead and to listen already, of course, was super helpful for Ali. But reason I want to point this out is because I think I hear people who are terrified, and Ali will share her story with you guys in just a moment, but so terrified to step into this world. Like maybe you've had your own experience or something about it is brawling you, like Ali, but it is scary as fuck to go and do something that's kind of totally different, really, for the most part, than what you have been doing. And Ali started, like I mentioned, not a she didn't go to school for psychology, she didn't do all that stuff. And she stepped into it and she was like, I'm here. I'm ready to ingest it all. I am going to be so fucking coachable, which she seriously is. And I'm going to make this shit happen. And guys, in a year, she has clients, people. So she went from having a total 360 new career and not just going through the whole learning, which, that's a process in itself. I don't want to diminish. And then actually having clients that she's helping. So I just wanted you to hear, I really wanted you to hear from Ali, because I think she is such an example. I say this a lot of what's possible. When I had my yoga studio, I used to always say, I'm a possibility dealer. And I still kind of feel that way. I
Totally.
realized it recently. I don't remember who I was saying it to. I'm like, I'm still doing that. So Ali, tell them a little bit about day zero. So before we started, and then where we are right now.
Yeah. So, like Rachel said, I've been in the teaching world for about 30 years and love, love, love teaching, love students, love all that. But I kind of went through some teacher burnout, as many, 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 many of my friends are going through. And I just knew there was something else out there for me. And I'm definitely a people person. I have a lot of people in my world. And we spend a lot of time talking and I spend a lot of time listening and we help each other through things. So it kind of clicked where I found a friend who is a life coach, and she was just something about her really turned me on. And I was like, "What is it that you do?" And she said, "I'm a life coach." And I said, "Tell me more about it." And then next thing you know, I thought, you know what? That could be a path for me. Coincidentally, one of my very best friends is one of your very best friends and just said, "Hey, wait a minute. My friend Rachel coaches people to become coaches." And I was like, "What?" So all the stars aligned and I met Rachel. And like she said, out the gate, we were throwing the fuck word and we were just, there's something that clicked. I knew that, wow, this is a good match. And that's hard to find, I think. I think that you
I
go
agree.
into a program and you're stuck with whatever teacher you get. Maybe people feel like that when I'm their teacher, but I
I
feel
don't think so, Allie.
yeah, I feel like I got to make this choice. I got to meet you and I could have said, "You know what? Thanks, but no thanks." But I knew something in there clicked. And I was like, if I'm going to go for this, this is the time. And this is definitely the person. And I cannot even begin to tell you how grateful I am for you, Rachel, just as a whole and your whole program. And I say to everybody, oh, I wish I would have found her 20 years ago. I would have been a better parent. I'm sure would have been a better
Hey, I wish I would have found
teacher.
me 20 years ago too, Allie. So I would have been better.
Right?
Love that.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, hopefully we express our wisdom to others and they can learn at a younger age. Um, but anyway, yeah, so I got into this program and I just kind of drank the Kool-Aid because it was so appealing to me and eye-opening and so many aha moments. And honestly, I felt like going into it, like I know so much and I'm such a good listener and I know how to guide people and blah, blah. And I really thought like I was sort of this experienced person because I've been a teacher and because I have children of my own and because I'm very social. But I have learned a shit ton about myself mainly because in Rachel's program, you are your first client, which I think is so important. And again, you kind of come in a little with a pompous attitude of like, I already know everything, so I'm fine. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, what? Oh shit. What?
Wait,
Wow.
maybe I don't know everything.
Whoa. I should really look into myself more. And I think one of the first times that I said this to you, it like really warmed your heart where my child said to me, "Wow, mom, I'm really noticing a difference now that you've become a coach." Where I was like, "Can you write that down and sign it and say that I'm great?" So it's just been eye-opening and yeah, it's been such a great journey. I am so grateful and I really think that this is my true calling. And anyone I mention it to is like, "Oh my gosh, that's so you." So and it's great. My first client cried day one because felt like she said she's had a therapist forever and the therapist didn't touch on things that I did and she just felt so comfortable and that felt amazing to me. And I just feel like in general that my relationship with my friends, with my parents, with my children, with my peers is just heightened because I have a different outlook now sort of on
Yeah.
how to create and be my best me through so many of your
Oh,
tools.
I love that. It's almost like you're looking through new glasses.
Absolutely. Or like I didn't even know I needed glasses. I was like, I see
Even better.
fine. And then I put on the Rachel Somatic Coach glasses. I was like, oh, the world is much more
Oh my
beautiful
God, that's
than
so another post, Allie. Holy
this.
shit, it's crystal clear. No.
It's crystal clear to me now. Had I known before. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey and I'm really looking forward to teaching is ending now. The school year just ended. So I'm really looking forward to like jumping in with 2 feet and just swimming until it can't swim anymore. It's going to be exciting.
Oh, I love it, love it, love it. Allie, what would you say? I know it's probably hard to narrow down, but what's been your favorite, like your favorite part?
There's so many. I think when you do a lot of the different what would you call them? Like techniques or we do like little workshop things. I think that when we're going into them, I have such an excitement of this what is this going to be? This is going to be so powerful. And sometimes when you're first presenting it, you're kind of like, huh, wait, what are we doing? What? And then you get into it and you're like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So I think That's been
Mm.
great. You've had us do a lot of self-reflection, soul searching. Every time you say to us over and over and over, tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. And it's exactly what I think people want to hear. They want to hear, I want to hear what you're saying. Tell me more
Yeah.
about that. So I always hear that in you. I hear, tell me more about that. And I feel like I guess my favorite part is when a situation arises where I think I'll call it AR. No, I'll call it BR, before Rachel. I would react to something in a certain way. It could be through sarcasm, it could be frustration, anger,
Mhm.
overexcitement, whatever it is. And I really think that AR, after Rachel training, I feel like I don't know, I kind of take situations and I um dissect them a little more and I
Mhm.
give them more. I you taught me
Ooh.
the words holding space. I never used to know what that was. Now I totally can hold space for things. I can actually say I'm going to hold space for that. I even said to my child the other day when we were going through a little one of these, I said, you know what? I'm going to respect you and hold space for what you're feeling right now. Back in the
Oh
day, I
my
was like,
god.
"Can you get your shit together?" Right? So, like, just those words, holding space.
Yeah.
There's power in that so much.
Oh
So
my
I
god, amen to that.
yeah, yeah. So again, you're right. I can't really narrow it down to one thing. I think there've been so many things that are like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god," I get off my calls, I'm like, "Oh my god, that was so great." And I get off my calls and sometimes I'm just like, I feel like I just rid of all the toxins of the day. That's a great feeling. I love my girls. Like I love when we all, I've met so many great people through this program and I love when we're all on and we're inappropriate or we're crying together or we're laughing together or we're bitching, whatever. It's
Yeah.
just this is my second family now, and I just
Oh,
I crave our times together. I've missed a couple due to my birthday and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, I miss my girls, so I'm excited.
I have to say that really melts my heart, like, in such an amazing way because I mean, I say obviously, I love all of it, but the community part of it is probably, if I had to narrow it to one thing, is my favorite part.
Yeah,
Um, and the sisterhood that I
absolutely.
think has been created, and it's really special. And yeah, and I'm so grateful for each of you, and yeah, to have that space. I mean, it's just really special. So, Allie, tell them, when you were thinking about joining, what was your biggest fear, and how did you get over the hurdle? Because I think that's something that a lot of people, from what I hear, like, are navigating.
Yeah, I would say first and foremost is change. Any kind of change
Mhm.
scares people. Teaching's easy. You can just say, teach this, teach that, teach this. Great. I've been doing it for 30 years. It's second nature. When you say you're going to get clients and you're going to be one on one and you're trying to help people through some really serious shit in life, as opposed to teaching, you're teaching a concept or you're teaching a behavior and you can kind of guide
Mhm.
it. Um, I think getting into other people's I will tell you my biggest challenge I know is I was a pretty opinionated kind of person and a little judgmental a lot. And I think that I knew going into this, like, I'm gonna have to drop all that because
Mm.
I don't think you can be a successful coach if you are judgmental and
It's going to
you
be quite hard.
it's gonna be really hard. So that was one fear. I think the fear of, sort of like going back to school kind of thing. Like,
Mhm.
oh my God, I'm old. And do I want to go back to school and study? But your program is it's almost like you don't even realize you're learning in the process. Like, I think that's what makes a good teacher too. If we had a great day and you're like, oh, holy shit, I happen to learn something too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm sitting in a classroom with you and you are a
Thank
professor
God.
and I am taking notes, right? But yet you are my teacher and I am taking notes,
Mhm.
but it's in a fun, casual way. And you can be who you need to be. I think this is where Zoom sort of comes in handy because I could be in my
Yeah.
beautiful backyard and, and still be in my class. Um, so I guess to narrow down what the fear was, I guess just the change,
Yeah.
mainly the change. How do you break out of your comfort zone into
Yeah.
something brand new? It's like being thrown in the ocean. Like, do I know how to swim? I think
Right? Am I gonna drown?
I'm like a
And what do you think helped you lean into that change? Like, go for it.
you, my friend.
Oh, how did that
You.
help you?
Just on that initial conversation that we had, I think that there was just a common bond.
Mm,
I think that you were saying the words I wanted to hear, not even knowing
mm,
that those are the words I wanted to hear. You were just kind of
yeah.
telling me about your program and kind of asking me about me, and you weren't just trying to sell me.
Mhm.
I think I just was thinking, is this for me? Is this not for me? I don't know. I don't
Mhm.
know. By the end of the conversation, I was like, this is so for me. And
Yeah.
if it's not, I'll know. But the more I got,
Sure.
the more I was like, wow, this was a good choice.
Mm, I love that. It sounds like there was safety that was created for you to trust yourself. And
Yeah.
that's my goal, honestly. I don't ever want anyone to feel like they're being pushed. To
Right.
me, we're sovereign beings. I believe in your ability to make, your own choices. And of course, sometimes we're scared, and so we might lean more towards the fear.
Right.
But yeah, beautiful. And Allie, just so people know, so if they're like, "Oh my God, I love this girl's energy. She's so fun," and maybe they don't have any desire, right, to be a coach or go through a process like this, but they're interested in learning more about, themselves, or they have maybe I didn't even introduce what you do, but like maybe they're a parent and they, like you said, they are a little bit maybe either in the younger phase or in the teenage phase and, wanting some tools to help them navigate. Or maybe they're a teacher who's burnt out right now and they resonate with that. Tell them more about what you're doing and how they can find you.
So I am a mindfulness life coach, and um, my preferred client base is either teachers going through teacher burnout or just trying to decide, is this a career they want to continue, and everything, all the trials and tribulations that teachers go through. So that's something I'm extremely experienced with,
Mhm.
as well as parents of teenagers. I have three teenage boys of my own, ranging from not so much teenagers anymore, 22 to 16. And we've been through lots and lots and lots of stuff. And I just feel like I said at the beginning of this call, like I really wish I would have
Mhm.
had all these kind of tools and all of this understanding of
Mhm.
more of like the somatics, the feelings inside a person. I wish I would have had all of this knowledge years ago when I was first becoming a parent, and while I was going through the rougher stuff with younger children and juggling and all that goes with that. um so I think that, you know if people choose to meet with me, I think I've now experienced so many amazing ways to just kind of get back to who I
Mhm.
choose to be, who I love about myself, and how I can deal with everything going on, either as a parent, as a teacher, or even just a person in our everyday fucked
Yeah.
up world. I can
Yeah. I
just,
love that.
yeah, yeah. And so right now you can either reach out to me via email. I'm Allie_Kahler. That's Kahler at yahoo.com. Allie isAlly. I'm also on Facebook. And soon I will be launching my website. On
Woohoo!
Instagram.
And so, guys, I actually do want to point that out because that's something that some people, especially if you're one of these people listening that's brand new or newer and thinks, oh, but I have to have a website and this and that. I want you to hear this. Allie has clients and has not launched her website. One does not equal the other. What Allie does have is confidence in herself, in her abilities, which is foremost, I would say, way more important than any website is ever going to do for you. You can have the most beautiful website, but if you don't have the confidence in yourself, you don't have that belief in yourself, the website won't matter because you'll get on a call with someone and your lack of confidence, they will feel it. Whether you try to pretend or not, trust me, I did that for a while. It won't work.
Yeah.
So work on that first. Build a
Yeah.
strong foundation first. Don't worry about the website, the marketing, all that shit. It will come, and the clients magically come too.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you and I've talked about this many times. I think my word of mouth, and I think if it's almost like, give me a chance. As soon as you have a one-on-one with me, you're going to see
Yeah.
what it's really all about.
Yeah. And honestly, it's how I built my business for the first, probably I would say, year and a half. None of it was, it was all word of mouth.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a beautiful way to grow a business. And yeah, I highly encourage it. So,
Yeah.
Allie, what would you want to leave them with? If there's one thing you want people to know, thank you too for sharing all that. And guys, if you're listening, do not hesitate to reach out to Allie. If you didn't get all that, you want to find her, all you have to do is send me a message. I've got all her information. I'll make sure to connect you. But yeah, Allie, before we finish up, if there's one thing you want people to know or you want to share with people, what would that one thing be?
So I think a good takeaway is just kind of trust in yourself that there are changes that can be made, albeit scary, albeit frustrating, albeit you want to change your mind 100 times. I think trusting others to help you as well as trusting within yourself. And I think that
Mm,
you gave me a sense of safety and trust upon that first phone call. And you let me know that trust yourself, Allie. I feel like this is
yeah.
something you want. And so I went for it and I have not a single regret. And I think that that's big. People need to just not just trust your intuition, but trust that you have so much more inside of you than
Yes.
you realize.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. You know, what's interesting is trust is my 2023 word.
Mm,
Building deeper and deeper levels of trust. Trust is one of those things that, and don't get me wrong, I have worked pretty hard on this, but I also think it's one of those things that kind of like an onion, and it just keeps having layers, and you just
yeah.
keep building more and more. And I don't necessarily know. I guess I can only speak, from where I'm at right now, but it's something I believe I might be working on as a
Yeah.
lifetime,
Yeah,
and
for
that's
sure.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. My word is authenticity.
Ah, I
I want
love it. And
like
it's
more
so you, Allie. I love that for you. All right, my friends.
Mm.
Well, we're going to close this up. Allie, thank you so much for taking some time out of, I mean, look, her beautiful day. It was beautiful here, and then it looked like it was going to
It's
rain. So I headed inside.
beautiful. Gaithersburg, Maryland, people. It's where to
Woo,
be.
woo.
Beautiful.
I love it. I miss it. Anyway, that's where I lived pre Atlanta. Um, Pretty close to where Allie is actually at the moment. But if you're listening, and Allie resonated, and you know, you feel like she might be able to help support you, please don't hesitate and reach out. And if you're listening and either you are brand new, like Allie was, not anymore, was, and you're like, inkling is, I think this might be something for me, reach out, apply, let's get on a call and talk. No pressure. You're going to make the decision. And if you're a coach who's been coaching for 10 years, right, Allie? We have had coaches in there too who
Yeah,
have been doing this for a long time, but want to integrate the somatic piece, or a therapist. We've had therapists in there.
sure.
We include all.
Yeah.
So don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. And again, if this is calling to you, go ask your body. Your body will not lie to you.
I
All
love
right, my friends. Have a fantastic Thursday. Thank you, Allie. I absolutely
it.
love
Mwah.
you. You already know that. So
Love you, mama. Mwah.
see you
See
later
you soon.
today.
Bye, all.
Bye, everyone.